How do I do these again? I don't know. I just gotta do it, I guess. I may as well quit the banter right now and just get right into the building because I have quite a bit to talk about. And not a lot to talk about at the same time. Let me just get the set. Perfect. So, yeah. Start off with this set is pre-owned. Not much else to start off with, but just opening it up, and then I can get into the explanation as to what this is all about, and get into talking about the rest of it and everything else that's been going on at this time. So, right off the bat, we're looking at a damaged instruction booklet and pieces that are just thrown about, pre-assembled, no real order to them at all, so I'll try my best to separate them while I give the context and information behind this set. The only way I can do that is just by doing it, really. This is set number 2254, otherwise known as Mountain Shrine, consisting of 169 pieces and 2 minifigures, Kai in his DX form, and a skeleton training dummy. This was originally sold at $19.99 in August of 2011 or June 2011 in Germany and Spain. Don't know where that came into play. If you remember from any previous sets, that is a different time period. And that is because this is the start of Masters of Spinjitzu Wave 2, consisting of all new sets, a smaller number of sets. So yeah, there's that. As a pre-owned model, I purchased this for $24.82, and as you can see, it has seen some better days. On the original listing page, I was able to find new sets that were ranging $90+, so I wanted to steer very clear away from those. And then I happened to see pre-owned sets, all of which were missing at least one thing or were damaged in some way. But this was the most perfect set compared to another set that was the same sort of thing. Much higher starting price, I should say, because this was the lowest price originally than the original selling price way back in 2011. The original seller had this set off to auction it or to the highest bidder. I placed in the bid that he had set, $15.99, and he accepted right away. So, I don't know if it had been sitting there for a while, but I was not going to let myself try and bid on this. So if he didn't accept my offer, I would accept the other one right away. I did not care. It was only going to be maybe at most $15 more. Now, because this was only 169 pieces, I took the executive decision to use the smaller camera angle. But I was contemplating on using a bigger camera angle the entire time and bringing out the previous sets because this is another conjoining set. But I decided against it. I wanted it to be more so focused on this set because I would only bring out the other sets at the very last bit and show what they can do together. So, unfortunately, if you did want to see all of them together, that's not going to be here. Probably found somewhere else on YouTube at this time, but it won't be with me. Beyond that, let's just get building. And there we have it. Pretty much everything is disassembled, I think, and including this. So that's a broken piece, and it's swivel. I don't know if having the swivel is going to be important. Hopefully I can just keep it in one position the entire time. Otherwise, that's going to be really poor. I don't know. That just sucks to see. I think it was in Spinjitzu Dojo as well. It's funny how both sets had to do with like training that they had broken pieces, but the first one was because of shipping in old age. This one just came broken, and there's some other points of like wear and tear and where someone's tried to use their thumbnail to take off a piece, so this has definitely seen some put together, take apart, put back together, take apart action. Oh yeah, I actually just found it right here. There's a big old fucking, like, almost as if somebody took like a chisel and just jammed the shit out of it on the side. I guess we start building what's on the cover because this is literally where it starts. There's nothing else. This is the cover now. Let's just build Kai in his DX form with his sword of fire. Dragon sword of fire. I'm golden sword. I really can't remember. It seems dumb to not remember it, but I really can't. And then I need this. And the training dummy is all set up. Hopefully, because I think this red ring was separate from this in another bag entirely. Hopefully it's not used in a latter part and I have to take it away, because that's also a missing point, or missing part. So fingers crossed that's not an actual thing that I have to deal with in future. Now we build something that was really unexpected with this set by putting these two pieces together. There we go. And then dropping 2 gold bars just randomly. Yeah, there's a treasure chest for you. And Kai's DX spinner, but it seems that I'm missing a piece there too. Well, 3 really. There's supposed to be a piece like this, but it's 1 high. And there's supposed to be 2 of those, and then 1 like this, but it's got bumps on top. So we're missing that. So that's great. So that doesn't leave me with high hopes for this single piece for the skeleton. Hopefully, and I mean hopefully with a bunch of hope, it doesn't do that. So let's just put all this stuff off to the side and start building the mountain shrine. So let's talk. I shouldn't say let's talk about and then immediately just jump into the topic. Let's talk. This episode was supposed to be recorded ages ago, but life really got in the way. To start off with, I had to deal... Well, I won't say I had to deal. I'll say wanted to record this, but then I woke up and got a call from my mother saying, hey, our dryer doesn't work for whatever reason. Could you, like, just wait up while I call someone to check it out? Which I said, of course, yeah, I'll just wait up. So I couldn't really do anything that day. I waited up and waited for the guy to come. He came quite late, so I had to wait a bunch of time where I could have recorded this. I guaranteed I could have been able to finish it. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm building this right. Okay, good. Just accepted it. I accepted that I would be waiting for a bit, and lo and behold, it took longer than I expected. He comes in, turns out the breaker had shut off, and we paid him $60 to look at that, turn the breaker off, and then back on. From there, we continued to try and use it, and every now and again, it still stopped. The breaker would flip, and we would have to reset it. I don't know what it's about. I don't know if it's overheating, or if it's actually causing a short anywhere else in the house. Could catch fire. Don't know. But after that, the next day, or maybe even the same day, actually, now that I think about it, my truck stopped working. Turns out one of the nodes that attaches to the battery had corroded completely. Boy, oh boy, was that not fun to wait around for. The guy was amazing. He was super nice. He knew exactly what he was doing. He did something that he knew how to do, but the shop technically wasn't supposed to do. But he said that he would just be charging for his service and not for the company's work. And he said that he would just do it on his time. So I want to say thank you so much for doing that. And I need to turn this toward me just so I can see if I'm right. Believe so. Okay. And then after that, what was the issue? Oh yeah, so the day right after I get my truck fixed and it was stuck in my garage, the day right after, our garage door stops working. The giant spring that brings all the tension to lift up the garage door on its own, that helps with a weighted door so you don't have to do any work, completely snapped, and I could not pick it up myself, nor could I pick it up with the help of my mother. So we called someone up, they came, and it involved myself, one guy with a bunch of effort to at least start it to get move. And then when he finally got a third person to come in because he was collecting all like the tools and everything, that's when it finally actually started to glide up. So it was never going to be picked up by just my family members. Okay, let's deal with it. The broken piece. How does this work? I'm thinking that if I just keep it at 180 degrees, it might work well. Maybe. Oh, maybe if I switch these, because this is a bit of a smaller piece, instead of just having the lesser piece on the broken side and the bigger piece on the lesser side. I don't know. I'm just trying my best, okay? And we'll continue to live. I'm trying to think of angles and how this would be portrayed to you. But yeah. So after getting our dryer kind of repaired, and waiting, and then having to wait for my truck to get repaired, and then waiting for our garage door to get repaired, I can finally actually record this now. And then lo and behold, quarantine. So yeah, this is where I start up the old segment, when was this recorded? Quarantine, or COVID-19. This was recorded then. Technically, where I live, quarantine just occurred. I won't say where, obviously, just New York. That's as far as I'll get to. It doesn't really affect me too much. The only issue is that I have to take care of my grandfather, and he, as an old man, is showing some age. Having to deal with the thought that I could carry this thing and then accidentally give it to him in any way is the impending part. If I do contract this, I am most likely to survive. However, anyone above some certain age, I won't say what, by this time it'll probably be over, hopefully. Not really all that scared, to be honest. It's just another disease. Now, if there was any reason to panic, I probably wouldn't be recording this. Just to put that in perspective, that's probably the best way to think about it. If there was a reason to panic, I probably wouldn't be recording this. I mean, by the time I post this, it'll be like 4 months into the future, 5 months, maybe even 6 months. I don't know. Probably 8 months now that I think about it, and how my series go out and how they're recorded and when they're actually sent out. I don't know why I decide to talk about it now. It's not like it really matters to anybody who's watching now, but just it might be a good idea, like, to come and watch this video and just like see someone's thoughts about it. Understand, like, oh yeah, this thing was kind of a big issue, but it kind of just blew over. Or on the other side, yeah, this thing was a big issue and it killed thousands and thousands and millions of people. And this guy's a fucking idiot for doing that. But then again, that video probably won't be posted then. Or this video, excuse me. The one thing that I'm looking forward to doing, I guess, is trying to see my family members who like being outside losing their goddamn minds, having to stay inside 100% of the time. Well, actually, I shouldn't say 100% of the time. It's a good amount of time. Wait a minute, I just noticed these pieces are actually a little bit different from the pieces on the instructions. Down here at the base, there's there's two little like tabs. Like, it looks like this piece, like it has something sticking out, but they're super tiny and there's two of them. They go at 90-degree angles. Weird. I wonder if that was changed by the time the pieces actually were like printed. Like maybe the instruction booklets are always designed first and then the pieces are made. That'd be something interesting to find out. For the most part, this piece that I was worried about, still super flimsy, but I guess I'll just deal with it. I mean, I've already built stuff on top of it, so it's not like I can't do anything with it. Oh, what? It should be on the right side, and right side for you. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Now I just build the mirror image of this. I really wanted to try and start doing something new, and I tried doing it yesterday, but there's some sort of issue that I cannot figure out. I'll explain a little bit of how everything works. So whenever I record a game series, I record it on my gaming PC. And then my face cam I record on my gaming laptop, which I used for the longest time to record basically everything that was on like a PS4 using an Elgato. I still continue to use my Elgato for the games that I've been playing recently, such as the Ben 10 games and the Ben 10 series that are still continuing at this time. Oh wait, I didn't build the torch. I'm stupid. But I also use my gaming laptop as my editing computer. Just because I feel as if, like, if I just treat it as a face cam and face cam only for recording purpose and edit on my gaming PC, there's no real reason to own it, because I could just try and record the face cam 100% the entire time on the other computer. That would run into issues that I don't want, so I really do like keeping them completely separate. And I kind of skipped a step. I turned over the page after I had already done what I was supposed to. But I recently wanted to try streaming myself editing as well. So I brought up the software. I brought up OBS, the free recording software that I use for games and everything, and Facecam really. And I click start streaming, and I get a message that is basically an error that I had gotten before, so I knew what to expect and what the error was. It's because having Premiere and an editing software open while operating OBS causes it to malfunction. Now, I do not know if it's because the laptop doesn't have enough RAM, enough power, enough whatever to actually handle what I want it to do. Some of the YouTubers that I like watching, the only thing that they ever stream is them editing, so I wanted to try that myself, see what I could do, and it was going to be the very first one back on Twitch. For all those videos that I mentioned that I was streaming on Mixer, I had this intuition that I felt I was doing something wrong, just because I was tying myself down to something that I'm not even, like, earning money from. So, like, and I'm not partnered, not like I have a contract that I'm obligated to stay on to one. So I kind of wanted to go back and forth, like, 1 week at a time. Like, 1 week on Mixer, 1 week on Twitch. And yesterday was supposed to be the first day back on Twitch after like 8 months of not touching it at all. Technically I do Technically I do watch people on Twitch, so it's not like I haven't touched Twitch, it's just my account. Yeah. So that kind of bummed me out, and that's kind of like why I'm not at 100% today. Like, I just haven't gotten over the fact that I had to face defeat. And I also have to finish editing the video that I was going to edit on stream last night today, because I was trying to fight the system the entire time. And this also might be a thing that my computer just might not have enough power right now, and if I move all my editing stuff over to my other PC, maybe that'll work. I'll try that and see, but I also have to finish the video on this computer because I have a start file here. And by this computer, I mean the one that I'm recording this video on, which is the gaming laptop, which is my editing computer. Beyond that, I didn't have too much to talk about. I think I'll still continue to try and use Twitch and Mixer. but I'll try and play games, I guess, instead. I'll try, after I finish editing today, I'll try and experiment with it. Probably just start up like a test stream, because I guess that's a thing on Twitch. I don't think Mixer has it at this time. There's some red pieces right in front of me that I can't see because this tower is getting a bit tall. That's probably my fault for not expecting this to be taller. It did cross my mind, but it was after I had already... No! Oh god, I'm a mess. It was already after I had set up this angle and everything, and I was just like, you know what? It's only 169 pieces. I'll just accept it. I'll accept that something's my fault. Much like the video that I'm editing, which happens to be the second Lego video. Along with COVID-19 going around, the timing of these events, I just started editing that video as well. And let me just say, right now, I apologize because I listened to myself talk about the mystery moving Walmart Lego set in that episode, and then I talk about it probably in the Turbo Shredder because I say that that's the episode that the set that it was, and then I talk about the same thing in Knuckles ATV. And to be honest, even I don't even know anymore which set it is. I'm pretty sure it's Knuckles ATV, but this is the last time I'm ever going to mention it because I mention it in like 3 episodes in total, and I tell the story completely in the very first episode in Skull Motorbike. And after I started listening to myself, I was like, oh my god, how many times do I say this thing? And boy, oh boy, am I afraid to go back through those recordings. Also, another thing, I looked at the footage and I start saying, yeah, like, this is so much better, like, the quality, the camera angle, the lighting, everything's all good. And then I look at the footage and I'm like, something happened. And probably in the next episode that I'm going to edit, I talk about it and notice that it's fucked up. Right now, looking at it, I'm just like, oh, is anybody actually gonna want to watch this? This doesn't look good. Beyond that, I think I've run out of topics to mention. I'll just run on autopilot and just let my thoughts fly. Which is another thing that is something to talk about. I purchased an energy drink and it's been just sitting in my fridge this entire time because I kind of wanted to see what my thoughts would do again. Oh wait, I have to turn this toward you? No. Now it's straight on. How does this work? Going out from here, I believe. I'm still fighting the system with this one broken piece, so cut me some slack. I'm still trying to process everything as it comes by. This energy drink that I've wanted to drink for a while, just because it's a new flavor that I haven't tried. And I don't really drink energy drinks or coffee for the purpose of getting caffeine in my body. The last time I had one was when I started up the series for Alien Force, Ben 10 Alien Force, not Ben 10 Alien Force, Vilgax Attacks, or Ultimate Alien. And I kind of wanted to see if I drink it and then record again, will I spit out as much as I did before and have my brain on autopilot. And that's where I started talking about my brain going on autopilot and talking about what I wanted to talk about. La da 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 da. Long-winded way of saying I like Jesus Christ, I was about to stutter on talking about how I like to talk. I probably have a speech impediment somewhere. Like, there's got to be something because I stammer a lot. It's not like that I have a stutter, but I stammer a lot, and I continue to repeat the same word until my thought catches up with my head, because my mind starts to talk, my mouth starts to move before the thought is fully prepared, and a lot of the time that gets me not in like actual trouble, but it gets me in trouble with myself, and when I listen to recordings and I start to stammer, and then ending words with S's starts to hang on for way too fucking long. I don't really know what else to say at times, and then I just get mad at myself and just say, why do you have to hang on to one syllable longer when it's like when it's a one syllable word or something like that? Like I make a one syllable word that could be like the word ass, and I make it ass, and then I move on to the next sentence, and I don't know why I do it. It also might be like a conditioned thing. Ever since I was a kid, I was taught the whole idea that kids should be seen and not heard, and respect parents, and don't speak unless spoken to. Manners in general. I don't know if that's a thing that I did or didn't do well or something, but now comes my favorite piece, and the only piece that's actually shaped like this ever. I don't think there's any other set that has this piece or pieces together. I think this is so cool looking, and like this and another piece are the main reasons why you purchase this set. And as dumb as that sounds, that you purchase this set for only this, it's honestly 100% true. These might have to go a tad higher. I don't know. I'll have to look at it in my off time, but we're nearing the end. But this piece right here that I'm about to build, that you could probably see in the camera angle, I'm not sure entirely. This thing that I'm about to build is the entire reason why you collect this set. It is seen for one single shot. It's there for a couple frames, but quite literally, this punching bag is the whole reason you purchased this set. And I find that hilarious. I believe it's Kai who runs up and just smacks the shit out of it, and then it's never seen again, as well as the Spinjitzu dojo, because that just disappears off the face of the planet after a certain bit. Now I gotta move this because I have to build something else. But yeah, Kai punches the shit out of it. It's there for a couple frames. Then the shot changes to someone doing something on the Spinjitzu dojo set, and then the rest is history. This is the only set that features that setup, that has a punching bag. The fact that it's only available in this set is what makes it kind of valuable, I guess. Unless you try and do what I want to do, which is the stop motion take on it and redo the series. Not redo, shot for shot the series. I guess that's the way to explain it. Want to do that as well. There's no real reason to collect this set because you get the spinner in Knuckles ATV, but you can also get Knuckle in another set, I think. Oh my god, this page. Oh wow. Ugh. I guess I didn't realize that some of these pages were taped together and into the booklet. Yikes. My god, this thing has suffered some damage. I guess I can't really talk about damage because, I mean, I broke two of the three pieces in Spinjitzu Dojo. Why won't this attach? Well, that's not like a negative for him. This thing just came like this. eBay, where I got it from, can be just, I can say, yeah, this came broken, but like if you check the page, it says condition is good and not like condition is pristine for a pre-owned item or something like that. Like that's how you get away with doing something like this. I don't know. I remember the old days of not trusting eBay at all because people would send sticks and shit. I just realized that this green leaf piece and this green leaf piece that I have extra are meant to be on here. I guess I can go without putting it on this because it's not like it's necessary for it to have it on. There we go. That's fine. I don't mind that. So it actually is missing a piece. Oddly enough, that's what it was missing. It's just one little patch of grass. No, I didn't knock it off anywhere. Yep, missing one singular piece. Also, I think because of the way that this is set up, it's best to put all of the blades on like this first and then rotate them after. Kind of like when closing up a cardboard box, having all the flaps go at the same time. Ooh, that looks cool. Oh yeah, I just looked down at the instructions and realized that there's other pieces that are missing as well for Kai's thing. Yeah, for defense. We are done. There we go. The play function not too much. Obviously, spinner, just knock out the training dummy, punching and smacking the shit out of these dangly bits, and attaching them to other sets. I guess with this being attached to another set, it could still be sturdy enough, because this will also be attached to another set and it'll just create a ring. So it's not like it'll be connected in theory. It'll just be there and they'll just be touching. I don't know. I'll have to test on my own and see if they actually do all connect in a circle at most. This set, Spinjitzu Dojo, the archery set, and skeleton bowling. That's what it is. But I'm starting to hear my dogs bark, so I guess that means it's time to say, have a nice day.